The days blended into each other as Javier tirelessly cared for Lyra. The alien girl, though stable, remained weak. Through their telepathic bond, Javier learned fragments of a distant world, a dying planet whose inhabitants were desperately seeking a new home. "I am an explorer," Lyra explained to him mentally one night. "My mission is to find habitable worlds for my people." Javier nodded, overwhelmed by the responsibility now weighing on his shoulders. Meanwhile, in the village, rumors about strange lights and unexplained sounds began to circulate. Special Agent Elena Vega arrived in Valle Sereno like a silent storm. Her presence, though discreet, did not go unnoticed. She set up an operations center in the old warehouse on the outskirts of town and began weaving a surveillance network. "I want to know about every soul living within a 20-kilometer radius," she ordered her team. Her eyes, sharp as a hawk's, scrutinized maps and satellite photographs. At the cabin, Lyra was slowly improving, but Javier's concern grew. The technology of the ship was severely damaged, and without it, Lyra could not contact her people. "I need to repair the communication module," Lyra explained, projecting an image of a complex device into Javier's mind. Javier, who had once been an engineer, felt his old passion rekindling. "I'll help you," he promised, determined to face this impossible challenge. While Javier and Lyra worked tirelessly on the device, Agent Vega tightened the net. One day, while inspecting the crash site, she found a metal fragment with properties impossible for terrestrial technology. "We've got it," she murmured, her eyes shining with a mix of triumph and fear. That night, she mobilized her team. "Prepare for an assault. The objective is to capture, not eliminate." At the cabin, unaware of the imminent danger, Javier and Lyra were close to finishing the device. Javier's hands trembled as he soldered the final components. Lyra, now stronger, guided his movements telepathically. The roar of engines in the distance broke the silence of the forest. Javier looked out the window, his heart pounding. Black vehicles approached along the dirt road. "It's almost ready," Lyra whispered in his mind. "Just a few more minutes." Agent Vega, at the front of the convoy, felt something was amiss. The words of the old man in the village echoed in her head. Javier is a good man. Solitary, but with a heart of gold. When they reached the cabin, Vega ordered her team to surround the perimeter. She approached the door alone, her hand on her pistol but not drawing it. Inside, Javier and Lyra held their breath when they heard the knocks on the door. "Mr. Mendoza, I am Special Agent Elena Vega. I need to speak with you," announced a firm but non-threatening voice. Javier looked at Lyra, who nodded slightly. With a sigh, he headed to the door and opened it. Agent Vega found herself face to face with Javier, a man with tired but determined eyes. For a moment, they stared at each other in silence. "Agent Vega," Javier said calmly, "before you do anything, you need to listen. What's happening here is bigger than you or me." Something in his tone made Vega hesitate. "You have 5 minutes," she said, stepping into the cabin. What she saw took her breath away. Lyra, with her bluish skin and silver eyes, looked at her from the sofa. The alien device blinked with strange lights. "This changes everything we believe we know," Vega murmured, her resolve wavering. At that moment, the device emitted a high-pitched hum. A bright light emerged from it, projecting into the night sky. "We did it," Lyra exclaimed mentally, her joy resonating in the minds of Javier and, to everyone's surprise, Agent Vega. But the victory was short-lived. The sky lit up with more lights, this time from helicopters rapidly approaching. Vega looked at Javier and Lyra, then at her team waiting outside for orders. At that moment, she had to make a decision that would change the course of history.